sassy all along. But...
Y'all can't hear our intro music, can you?
I can hear it.
Oh, there you go. Another Friday night regarding Texas Freemasonry.
So this is the 13th episode. You do it once a month or twice a month?
Every Friday.
No, every Friday, every week.
It's not Friday the 13th, but it's the 13th episode and it's Friday. I just went straight live there. I cut off the end of it because I couldn't wait. Dadgummit. All right. Welcome back to Regarding Texas Freemasonry. We have got apparently Sir Tony. That's what we need to call him from now on is Sir Tony, not
That
Brother
is
Tony.
correct. That is
Sir
correct.
Tony. He's been knighted apparently, and I didn't know anything about this. But and Bradley, guys, he'll be joining us later. I hope he's on call right now and he had a job to go do. But here's the thing. Tonight, I know we were going to talk about the Hiramic Legend part 2. However, we've had a little bit of a change in the program. Tonight, we have Brother John and Madison, his beautiful daughter. They are here to talk about what, Tony?
Rainbow.
Rainbow.
Rainbow. For y'all that do not know, it is the young lady's version kind of the Eastern Star. And if I'm wrong of that, Madison will correct us and give us all the details and everything we need to know about Rainbow.
There is a correction in the name.
Ooh.
See, Tony?
Yes, I got
See,
something
Tony?
right.
You got it wrong.
Oh, I got it wrong? Darn
It's
it.
called the International Order of the Rainbow for Girls. Get it right.
Ah.
I'm taking the sir off of Tony right now. I'm making a call. Just making a call.
All right. Well, John Madison, I feel like we should start with Madison. You know, we should always let the ladies go first. So, Madison, give us a little bit of a history. How long you been in Rainbow? What got you started? Tell us a little bit your history, if you don't mind.
Okay. Well, I have been a Rainbow um for 5 years.
Okay.
So, yay for 5 years. And wait, what was the other question? I already forgot.
What got you started into? What caught your interest?
Well, first it started off with my sisters that are way older than me. They're the ones that got me into Rainbow when I became of age.
Okay. So what is the age to start Rainbow?
You have to be 11 years old, and then you majority at 20.
Majority at 20. Okay.
Nice.
But we do have a younger version of Rainbow Girls, which is called the Pledge, that ages from 8 to 10.
Do they sit in y'all's meetings, or is that a separate meeting?
They are not allowed to because they haven't been initiated into Rainbow until they become of age.
Okay.
They have a meeting once a month, whereas Rainbow Girls have a twice a month meeting.
Ah.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I didn't know
We
y'all
got
met that often.
we got it pretty easy, don't we? There.
Telling
Yes,
you.
I do.
We struggle with
Actually,
the once a month, and here they have it twice.
well, actually, for grand representatives such as myself and grand floor officers, we have to get 3 meetings a month.
3.
That
Yes,
keeps you moving.
Wow.
yes, it does. So we have to have 2 of our own assembly meetings, and then we have to travel around Texas to get our third.
Oh, that's cool. So y'all just you travel to other lodges, other Rainbow Girls.
Assemblies.
Very cool.
Yes,
Very, very awesome. And so it's 8 to 10 and then 11
to 20.
to
It's
20.
Rainbow Girls.
And that's when you're majority at 20.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay. Very cool.
Now, the girls that are 18 and older can actually join Eastern Star and still remain in rainbows as well.
Is that a fact?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Super cool. And just forever, on and on and on.
Yeah. From there,
Just-
and
Yes.
once they majority at 20, then they just continue with their Eastern Star dues and stay within Eastern Star.
Very,
Now-
very
Says
cool.
in the code.
Now, can they come back and help or assist or attend a meeting?
Yes.
Yes, they can, but if assembly is struggling with straight stations, the majority member could help possibly. But other than that, they are supposed to be sitting on the sidelines of the meeting.
In the bylaws of Supreme Assembly, once a girl majorities, usually it takes, or they require the girl to not be able to join the board or any activities until they're 21. So basically, stay a year out, get their feet wet with whatever they need to, work wise or life, and then they can join in and be an advisor or just a board member at the age of 21.
Excellent.
And they can
So-
also be on committees as well.
Okay.
What was that, Madison? I barely heard you on that one.
Majority members can also be on committees as well.
Got you. Very cool. Go ahead, Tony. I'm sorry I stepped on
I
you a
was
little
going
bit.
to say, give us a little more for all the viewers that don't know what Rainbow does. I mean, are y'all a charity organization? Do y'all visit nursing homes? I mean, all I know, I don't even know what y'all. Well, I do actually. I've been to several meetings, but for the ones that don't know, tell us a little more about what Rainbow's involved in and their charities that they take part in.
Okay, that's an easy question. So the Rainbow Girls are actually an organization that relies on service. We do service in communities, service to others, and service to ourselves. That is basically what Rainbow's about, helping others and cherishing what we do. Also, I'm trying to think real quick.
I need help growing my hair. Chris needs help getting better looking.
Yeah.
Is there any?
I don't think the Scotch Rite Hospital takes care of that for you.
I think
Oh.
Tony, we're both hopeless, man. It's
Oh.
not going to
And
happen.
There's also a statewide charity that every year that we do is that we collect money for the Scottish Rite hospitals for children, and every time we get money, we donate it to them to help with treatments for kids.
That's
That's
amazing.
awesome.
That is amazing. Well, and Tony, we can't forget out like we can't forget or leave out one of the biggest things that we get from all of it is great food, man.
Yes, this is true.
Amazing food.
We are very fortunate to have you young ladies come to our lodge and help us and serve us groceries that keeps us coming back. I mean, it almost makes us want to have 3 meetings a month. I don't know about you, Chris, but I'm almost tempted.
I'm there, man. Tell me when they are. We got first Thursday, and the rest of the month is open for me. Let's go.
I wouldn't
Right.
recommend that.
Look, Madison's like,
It's not that fun, but it's also kind of fun. It depends on the day.
Well, I
But
remember one February we had 3 initiations.
3 installations.
No, it was 3 raisings. Me, Brad, and brother Joe.
yeah.
And there was food every week.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Well,
I
now
do recall that. That was right before Chris, uh, shortly after Chris
I
joined.
Yes.
almost got there in time. I almost got there in time. But the thing that I was amazed at, Madeline is, or Madison, I'm sorry, is I'll just screw it. I'm just gonna call you Betty, whatever. Madison, I'm old. See, that's what happens. But one of the amazing things, Madison, that I noticed is during our installation of our lodge, the presentation that you put on was incredible.
Thank you.
And can you go into it? How much of that can you talk about? I mean, I guess you could probably talk about all of it because it was open at
Yes.
that point, but that was
Yes.
incredible. Can you kind of go into more of kind of how y'all work within the Masonic Lodge and some of the duties and responsibilities there?
Yeah. Well, I did 2 ceremonies for Brad's installation. But the first one, which was the gavel ceremony, is given to the new worshipful master, or is given to the new worthy advisor in rainbow terms, or the person that is going to the east. This ceremony is supposed to be giving the gavel to the person that is worthy of holding it. The members of the lodge or assembly have the utmost confidence in that person to have that station under their name.
That's
And
great news.
And then the Masonic ribbon ceremony that I also performed is a ceremony that represents all of the organizations that are under the Masonic family name. And which
Correction. It's Masonic organizations that support rainbows.
What?
It is. Because there's Masonic organizations that are under the Masonic banner that aren't recognized in that ceremony. So I just want to make sure you got it right.
Anyways.
Being a dad's a tough job, I see.
Yes.
3 girls. So
Hence the gray hair. Gray hair.
Yeah, Madison just cracking up over there.
No, I'm not. You lie.
Howdy, y'all.
And brother
Hey,
Brad,
Brad.
can you get
So,
some? Can you get control
Madison-
over Tony? If you could, Brad, just real quick.
What?
Welcome,
What'd
brother
you say?
Brad.
Oh,
Nothing. I'm just messing with Tony, man. Go ahead, Madison. We interrupted you.
Yeah.
It's fine. Anyways, so the Masonic ribbon ceremony, as my dad corrected, so it's a ceremony that can be given to any organization. Well, a Masonic organization.
Mm.
and how many organizations does it represent? And who are they?
That's a question for another day.
Masons,
Masons,
Eastern Star,
Eastern Star,
the
White Shrine of Jerusalem.
What was that one?
the White Shrine of Jerusalem,
I am not
Yeah.
familiar with that.
the
Rainbow Girls,
and DeMolay.
and DeMolay. No, this one.
Oh yes,
Oh, and the Order of Amaranth.
Awesome.
Let me talk. Anyways.
Well, I feel like Madison's wearing out her voice, and we haven't had a chance to let John introduce himself. So, John, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I know you were part of Rainbow before you actually became a Brother Mason.
Yes.
So, give us a little bit, because I have some questions regarding before and after. So, tell us a little bit how you discovered Rainbow, and sounds like you got your whole family involved from a very, very early age, in a sense, before gray hairs.
Yes. So I was actually a part of the DeMolay youth group when I was a teenager.
Oh, really? I did not
Yes.
know that. That's awesome.
And then Tina, my wife, was a part of the Rainbow Girls as a teenager, and that's how we met.
No way.
Yes.
I had
Wow, that's
no
amazing.
idea about that.
So, I knew about the Masons and all that early on, and then moved away from home, away from the chapter and the assembly. And, I actually, another way to majority out of rainbows is you get married. So she wasn't in very long, and she got married to me, and then she was majoritied out. So she was what 16, I think, when she had the majorities. That's when we got married.
Oh wow.
I didn't know that.
To
Yes.
be young and in love.
Boy, I'm
Yes.
telling you.
So it'll be 34 years for us this year.
I was just going to say, has anybody done the math real quick? That's amazing what John just said. That's incredible, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. And a lot of hard work on both parties to keep it all together.
I can imagine.
So
So, how
when
many
we lived
years?
when we lived in another town, we when Jessica and Kaylee both became close to the rainbow age, Kaylee was 11 and Jesse was 13. We started searching around for an assembly to join because they needed some other kind of activity to get them out of their shell and get them to see other people and do things. And we found the Sunshine Assembly in Greenville, and that's where we joined. And poor Madison had to sit outside for 4 years waiting for her turn.
How sad.
So, but yeah, also I was just a regular dad. I was rainbow dad for a while, and didn't really join the Masons until 2020, when all of my external activities it were just I didn't have nothing else to do, and I wanted to support the girls in a better way.
Awesome. So my biggest
He's a
question.
COVID Mason.
Yes, I was
Oh,
a COVID
yeah.
Mason.
That's right. He is a COVID Mason.
She was a COVID assembly girl or rainbow girl.
For some reason I thought you joined a little sooner than that, but
It was right before I joined. We joined in February, or I was initiated in February, I think, wasn't it? I think so.
I don't know. That's me.
And COVID shortly hit thereafter, so it was very hard to get all my studying and practicing in.
that's why I'm thinking it was before. So it was right before COVID then.
Yeah.
Wow.
So do you feel like after you became a Master Mason, it made you a better rainbow dad? Did more things make sense? Did it hit different, I guess is what I'm trying to ask.
Yeah, I mean, knowing how the assembly worked and how their meetings ran, anyways, it did kind of make it easier. And a lot of the verbiage in Rainbow is also tied in with Masonry, so
Right.
So it did make it a little easier. And then, of course, once I had to do all our memory work as we become initiated and we become can't think of the right
EA,
word.
Telegraph.
Yeah, we get initiated the fellowcraft and then raised as a master mason. You know, we do all of our memory work, and I was showing them if I can do it at my age, y'all can do it at your young age. So to help them out as well.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And speaking of opening and all that stuff, I actually got to see my first rainbow meeting, and I could not believe how much harder their assembly is to open than like a Masonic lodge.
And that's you know what, Bradley, that is wonderful that you asked that, because that's what I was going to ask John. He would know, because I don't. Is it a lot different with the work?
It is a lot different. You know, one thing that Rainbow has that other than the Tyler is marching lanes. They have a designated marching lane that they do around the assembly for specific purposes. And behind the altar in the west, there's an arch of 7 chairs that represents the 7 colors of the rainbow. So when there are guests to be introduced, those that are supposed to go up to the east or just get brought out in front of everybody, they get marched behind the altar. I mean, behind the rainbow chairs, and they get introduced and they get ushered up to the east and formally introduced with their name and titles and all that. So there's a lot of marching, a lot of memory work, because there's a whole series of
competitions.
Well, not just competition, but just within our assembly, there's a lot of verbiage between the worthy advisor or the associate advisor. Of course, Rainbows has a north station, whereas Masonry does not. And it's just really, if it's done properly and by memory, it looks really great.
That's beautiful. It's
It-
really, really
I mean, I was blown away again going back to our installation just recently with what Madison did and the memory.
Mhm.
I'm like, wow, you know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
I
was
mean,
impressive.
I've been doing memory work for 5 years, so it's got a hang of it.
That's
So each
incredible.
girl, when they join, they get this book, Assembly Rainbow International Order Rainbow for Girls, their ritual book, and it has all the opening and closing ceremonies, initiation, and
Everything basically.
we spend about 5 to 10 minutes a day. Typically, we try to when we can of going through her motions of opening an assembly. Um,
Closing it.
so we try to get all handed out, and then occasionally we're asked to help with initiation of another assembly because to do an assembly properly, you have to have 20 girls. There's 20 stations that the
20?
girls fill. Yeah,
Wow.
2-0. Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah.
2-0. Yes, 20
Wow.
stations.
2-0.
Yeah, the critical ones, of course, are the north, south, east, west stations. Faith, which sits near the altar, and drill leader and our confidential observer and outer observer. Those are the critical ones. Oh, and chaplain, yeah, chaplain. She does the prayers. So those are the ones that actually you would have to open a meeting, and without somebody doing dual parts, which we do that a lot too.
Man, that's amazing.
Speaking of the what you said, Chris, about the ribbon ceremony and the gavel presentation that she did at the installation, I've seen other girls do that, and they didn't do it near as good as she's done. So
Yeah, oh
kudos
yeah.
to you, Maddie. You do a really wonderful job. Like, we're really proud of you.
Amen.
Thank you.
Well, that I say that goes to John as well because he's been committed to these girls to make them what they are. I mean, he cares about them, so it's good to see a dad that cares. You should be proud to have a dad like him, Madison,
For
instead of
sure.
beating him up all the time.
Yeah,
Well, it's awesome. It's awesome to see a family, first of all, together that long, but that close knit and working together towards things such as this, man. I mean, that's incredible.
thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, the more we get to visit other assemblies, when Jessica first got her grand office appointment, we drove to Abilene and we drove to Lubbock, went to Liberty Waco, which is down near Killeen. You know, we got out there and got visible, and then as Jessica and Kaylee were doing their memory work and how well they were doing it, um, we started getting known by other people, by the higher echelon people. So I'm now, last year I was a grand committee on work for the Grand Assembly of Texas. So, and all just a glorified laborer. Just let you know.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, set up the Grand Assembly room. Carry this, carry that. Make sure everybody's in there. Your security. You know, we make sure that everybody's where they're supposed to be, and there's no because it's at the Waco Convention Center, which is open to the public. We can't block the doors off. So
Right.
we're monitoring the doors. We're making sure the girls are safe, and that's so I get there on a Tuesday and stay all week, and come back home on Sunday.
I have to go too. I'm forced to. I can't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do
You
you
have to
do you guys do you still travel a lot?
Yes.
Yeah, we haven't done anything out towards West Texas. We've mostly gone to Kilgore. We visit Richardson and Plano assemblies often since they're close by.
Nice.
We have gone to the Fort Worth Temple for an assembly. That's an amazing building. That's pretty big.
Oh yeah. Very, very cool.
I've been wanting to go out there and attend a lodge out there. It looks amazing. I've got a buddy that goes to lodge there, but I haven't ever been.
Yeah, it's very fancy. The lodge room, very fancy. And of course, I've been to the Dallas Scottish Rite Temple. That's a very nice building as well. Very nice.
I know. Me and Brad's both been there. I know we've been there. Chris, well, we got to get you traveling with us a little more.
Man,
yeah, I'd love to. Right now we're working 10-hour days, so it's tough to get home in time for lodge some days.
Understandable. Adulting's overrated.
Yes.
Don't do it, Madison. Just stay there. Don't grow up. Don't do.
I can't get out of it.
Just stay right where you're at, man.
So,
I wish I could.
Rainbow's motto is getting girls prepared for life. Getting ready for life.
How lovely.
Absolutely,
well,
man.
I was just about to ask, John, Madison, is there anything else y'all'd like to share that you feel like we should know about Rainbow?
I know what to say.
Go ahead.
I know what to say.
Go ahead.
So in Rainbow, you can get a lot of scholarships as well. I'm trying to think. And you can do, and Rainbow makes you do public speaking. I personally have spoken in front of 500 people before, or more.
Wow.
That's awesome.
3 times, to be exact. 3 times.
That's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people. Very nerve-wracking, but very fun. And also, y'all didn't ask the question of what the sash means.
Well, that's why.
What does a sash mean, Madison? I was going to ask.
So the sash, which says
She's
representative
boss lady.
on
That's
it.
what it means.
Be quiet, Tony. Anyways, the sash is a grand office that girls ages 14 can get. I got my first representative at 14. This is my second one, so yay. My personal title is Grand Representative to Arizona and New Mexico from the Grand Jurisdiction of Texas. That's a long title, guys. And then there's about maybe 17 girls that have a Grand Representative sash and represent those states. And there are 20 girls ages maybe 16 to 20 that have a title, which is Grand Floor Officers, which basically means that they are the higher version of the 20 stations in a regular assembly room. So when you say like Grand Worthy Advisor or Grand Worthy Associate Advisor, they're basically meaning that this is a higher station, higher office that this girl can get. And that title is only to her name.
That is too cool. That is too cool. So is that based just kind of on everything, kind of like total performance, or are there certain things that you have to do to get to where you are?
Yes, there are a lot of certain things they have to do. One is to have all of your color bars, all of your pot of gold, and your wreath. You have to do, you have to be of age to get a grand office.
And
I'm trying to think. It's been
you
a while.
have to have been worthy advisor at least once, or a current worthy advisor,
or past worthy advisor.
Nice.
And I was worthy advisor at the age of 12.
Very cool. Very cool, man. If I was a girl and wanted to be a rainbow girl, where do you start? How does it work? How does that sort of thing work?
So first you have to, one, find an assembly that is willing to take you, and then you are going to receive an application to fill out and give to one of the board members on the assembly.
Here's have a website.
There is a website. You can go to txiorg.org. That's our state International Order of Rainbow for Girls website, and it has information as far as where assemblies are located, requirements, your ages and things like that, and it also has the mother advisors of those assemblies contact information on the website as well.
All right, so that's cool, John, because I think what you just said is on the website as well. There's the parents can get involved.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
We
Okay.
encourage parents to get involved because they're the backbone of the board. Because every
Absolutely.
assembly has a board, and you have a chairman. The mother advisors are part of it. You have the secretary and the treasurer as the base of the board, and then you have multiple adults that can be on the board to help with different committees, fundraising, all that stuff.
Very
Oh,
cool.
also, this is called a brag rag, which was fell off, but it says you're gonna be your color. Or if I can give it to the camera, your color bars, and then
To the
your
center.
I'm doing it, and then your pot of gold and wreath. So all of this you have to complete before you get a grand office.
Got it.
Or the advisor.
And to get these little service bars, oh, if I can you see, get to see the service bars on here, you have to do a self improvement, a charity, no, not charity project, a service project, and then you have to recite the lecture from memory to get all 7 of the color
Wow.
bars. And then the pot of gold, the one in the center, you have to
There you go.
you have to do a charity project, another self improvement, and say the whole lecture of charity. And then the wreath around the pot of gold. What are you doing now?
That's the charity part of the project.
That's the charity part of it. So when you do your charity project, you get the wreath as well.
Man.
And when you get it, you have to have a total of 100 service hours to get it.
Fellas, I
Some
mean,
competition.
that makes becoming a master mason sound easy.
Yeah.
It
Am I
is.
wrong? All the stuff she
No.
just mentioned? That's
And
incredible.
they have every grand assembly to do a competition work. So in different age brackets. So for novices who've done it for the first time, say the service lecture, it's about paragraph, say 2 paragraphs. When you go up an age group, then you say 2 of the color stations, and then at Maddie's age group, she does chaplain's prayers, which there's 3 prayers
3 big prayers you have to say.
that she has to recite by memory.
And you also have to do the marching lanes and all the floor work as well.
Yeah. Now,
That's amazing.
Got it easy, Chris, as
Uh,
a chaplain.
Last year, I did a competition for the chaplain's prayers, and I received first place.
Of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
There
then
never was a question.
yeah. And then at State University, I got 3rd place in the Masonic ribbon ceremony.
Nice. Nice. Very cool.
Of course you did.
So, keeps the girls actively engaged. Grand Assembly is like a family reunion.
Basically.
All the girls come in there and it's like, oh my gosh, and they start running out to each hugging each other.
It gets very emotional.
It's a lot like us at Lodge every first Thursday, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So how old do you have to be before you can become a rainbow girl? And second part to that question, do you have to have some kind of Masonic tie in your family?
Great question.
Well, Brad, if you were here for the first part, you would have got that question.
But the second part of the question is something we didn't ask, so I can answer that one.
True.
answer too. I know the answer.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay.
Well, go ahead. You can answer both parts.
Ages.
It doesn't hurt to answer both parts.
Okay. So to be a rainbow girl, you have to be ages from 11 to 20 to enter into Rainbow Girls. And then the second part of that question, which was the
Masonic affiliation.
Masonic affiliation, it is kind of required to have someone that was from a Masonic, whatever it's called. I can't say the word right now.
Okay, change the word from required to
How
it's
about
preferred.
Yeah, you say it then. You know
Okay.
everything.
Thank you. It is preferred that they could have a Masonic affiliation if they have it. It can be grandparent. We have one girl in our assembly that she's the 4th generation Rainbow Girl.
Wow.
But it's not required. They can just be a friend of a Rainbow Girl and still join.
Yeah.
Just as we do within our new brothers that are starting to join, we have a committee to do interviews with him. We have a committee that does interviews with the girl and the parents and let them know what all ask questions and all that stuff too.
Yeah. And as I like, sorry, this is totally off topic, but at Grand Assembly, like I said, it gets very emotional. Let's see if you can see the photo. That's me and another Rainbow Girl, because she got a grand office, like ran for office, and I started bawling my eyes out for her.
That is
We love her.
awesome.
We love her.
I know the guys cried when I got raised, man. You know,
Yeah, I know.
it happened.
That could have been because the dirt got in her eyes.
Somebody mute Sir Tony. Dadgummit.
Well, you're the admin.
What am I gonna do, man? What am I gonna do?
Are there any other really important questions or curious questions that you have about Rainbow?
Brad, you take it away, sir.
No, not really. I mean, are there any like initiations, or is it just the investigation and then they're in?
Yes, we do have any initiations and installations.
Investigations.
Investigations. What are those?
That's the committee where you ask.
Lots
You go to the
of
girls'
gations.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we have those too. But I think y'all know what installations are.
They saw that.
Yeah, true. But
By the way, any Master Mason can witness an initiation. Which
yes.
if we have one coming up soon in ours, I'm saying if we do, we'll invite y'all so you can, because that's you want to see something amazing. It's that one.
It's really beautiful.
That's cool. Hey, Madison, what's your favorite part of being a Rainbow Girl?
Definitely knowing that I have made an impression on others, and also I have been.
Yeah.
And also that I have been. I've been around a few states in Rainbow, showing them what I can do and what I'm capable of, showing that I can prove to be myself to be a Rainbow Girl.
That is awesome, man. What a great answer. And I tell you what I've noticed is just your ability to, because you mentioned public speaking a few minutes ago, and what I've noticed is your ability to speak in public to people, to a lot of people, whatever. I mean, that is such an incredible thing that is going to take you so far.
Yes, it is.
Because there's going to be a lot of that going forward, just through life.
Just this week, I got to speak in front of the chamber here in town, and I was representing us, the Roy City Masonic Lodge, and I was speaking to the chamber on, through us, and it was only 20 people, probably 30 people in there, but I opened it by saying, y'all want to learn something? And they're like, yeah. And it's like the two biggest things people fear, death and public speaking.
Amen.
Most people would rather die than public speak.
For
That's
sure.
the two biggest fears. So the fact you're already learning that and getting confidence in that will take you so much further in your work life and your just life in general. So, and I'm not gonna lie, I was still, it was only 30 people, but my heart was still beating a little bit.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
proof that it's awesome. Madison's already better at it than anybody on this podcast.
Yes.
I won't argue that.
It's not hard. You have to get used to it.
It's called confidence, and it's all in your head. It is in your head.
Yeah.
I think that
Competence and confidence.
Yeah.
Competence and confidence.
And you hit it right on the head there, Brad. If I know the subject matter, I can get up in front of 1,000 people. It's no big deal. If I'm sketchy or I don't know what I'm talking about, forget about it, man. I'm gonna have a heart attack right there. And they're gonna if they don't boo me off the stage first.
100%.
Yeah,
That's so
doing
cool.
our EA memory work, repeating it back, that was very stressful. But as the Fellowcraft and the Master Mason one was much easier because we already know each other.
Yeah.
The first one was very, very nerve wracking.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, you're absolutely. It was brutal. I mean, just new to everybody, and I think that's the deal is just being new to everybody and then going through that and just self-conscious and the whole thing, and then trying to, keep up with it all in your head. Yeah, by the time you get to master, it's, hey man, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
He's gay.
I remember my first time that I had a public speak in front of a lot, like 500 people. It was nerve wracking. You had to push through it. You had to pretend that they're not there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And you did it. And so now you've done it, what, 3 times you said?
Yes.
Yeah. It's got to be just a walk in the park for you now.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it twice in Texas and once in Oklahoma.
Nice. Very cool. Do you have any coming up?
Not that I know of until next.
Just initiation in Kilgore next week. That's
just another initiation coming up, but that's easy work.
That's cool. So that'll be like the thing you did for us, right? The same.
No, that's different.
Oh.
Initiation is getting a new girl into Rainbow, initiating her into Rainbow. Installation is of only the officers, just getting them new titles.
Understood. Okay, I got you. Very awesome.
Okay. Do you want to hear my installation turn that I had earlier?
By all means, take it away.
I love this. This is my favorite term out of the 3 that I've already had. Okay. Wait, where's it at? Oh, it's on the back. Okay. So, well, my term for this 6 months is medieval times, because we love medieval times.
Like the restaurant?
Be quiet. So, my colors are blood moon red, royal blue, dark emerald green, shiny silver, and treasure map gold. My mascots are dragons, leopards, and horses. My emblems are crossed swords, crowns, knight helmets, shields, and family crests, and lanterns. My flowers are red roses and lily of the valley. My song is the Halo theme song and medieval times instrumental music. My Bible verse is 1 Corinthians 16:13 through 14. Watch, stand fast in faith, be brave, be strong, and let all that you do be done with love. My state charity project is a Scottish Rite Hospitals for Children. That's my turn.
Nice.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, very cool.
So, if you happen to know anybody local that wants to be a Rainbow Girl and possibly maybe want to get a hold of us. We have a bunch of Masons. Well, I would think that we have some granddaughters in our lodge that are be ready, but it's hard to fight against cheer, athletics, band. Getting them some spare time to join Rainbows is very tough.
It is. Especially with the sports that I've been doing. It is.
So, can other Mason lodges, if they want to reach out and help you as well, is that a possibility? I mean, how can we help y'all?
That's that one.
Basically, the way that a charter is written, a Masonic body, either Masons or Eastern Star, usually is their sponsoring body, and that lodge, supports them and the things that they do as a regular assembly. Ours for Greenville was written a little differently. It was written as all of Hunt County lodges and Eastern Star. So we can actually, like right now, we're going to Commerce Lodge because we haven't come up with an agreement yet with the Greenville Lodge since it's freshly built, for some space and time to have our meetings and all that. But we can ask any lodge, like we do a bakeless bake sale for fundraising, just a fancy word to say, hey, can you donate some money? We send letters out to the lodges and they all provide it for us. It can be done definitely for the whole county, and it doesn't have to be the county. Like y'all help us out a lot, and we really appreciate it. Y'all, I'm included in that, y'all.
Well, we are glad to have you. I know that's what I was about to say.
Our lodge has a little bitty secret that a lot of lodges don't have. our secret is that we have the rainbow mom and the rainbow girl of our lodge cooks our meals for our stated meetings. So
Yep.
be jealous. Be very
Yeah,
jealous.
be jealous.
Yeah, I was commenting. I think it might have been before you popped in, Brad. I was commenting. I was like, dude, food. It's the best. It's the best. I mean,
Home
but it's a lot of work, you know. So thank you for taking care of us.
Yeah, it hasn't been. It's been quite a while since y'all have had a bucket of chicken or pizza, right?
Uh,
Since I've been a Mason, never had any of that stuff, man. It's always been just amazing home cooked.
I can remember the days.
Want some?
Being to seeing the brother on the podcast, I can imagine.
Wait, I can't lean. I can't lean the right way. Right? That's what it's about. The
Green
G,
beans.
the green
Stands
beans,
for
baby.
green beans.
The green beans.
You know what? That's on the list now. For next time, you're gonna get green beans.
Ask
Long
and
as
you
put-
receive.
long as
See,
you
I
put
love
bacon
this.
in it. Got to put bacon in it.
Green-
Got to
green
cover
bean-
up that vegetable part
see.
of it.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Telling
So,
you, man.
do y'all like the green bean casserole stuff?
Don't make
Dude,
that.
Come on, John. We'll eat anything. You know us.
We're not eating that. That's no. No green bean casserole for you.
I don't
None.
care. I'll eat it.
Just out of the can. Just dump it out.
No. I won't eat out of a can.
It's not made from a can. It's homemade.
Well, I don't have any more questions. I think you did a good job covering all the information and how somebody could get a hold of y'all and if they want to join and then how they can support. And if I'm missing anything, feel free to chime in, tell me. But I think you covered it really well. Chris had
Yeah.
some great questions. Brad jumped in there, had some great questions. So once again, I just want to thank you for joining us this evening. It was an honor to have y'all.
Absolutely.
Chris, is there any when you post this on the website, can you put a link in there for the Rainbow website?
Absolutely not, man. You know I'm kidding. Yes, of course. Absolutely. We will put that on there. I need to that's why we were asking earlier how can people get in touch, but I will put that down in the description of the podcast for everybody to go and visit and check it out, look, see what you can do, get involved because it's a great thing.
I put the website in the
Oh snaps, there it is.
there it is.
Yeah.
It's officially part of this podcast forever now. It's up there.
And also, I totally forgot to say the dress code that Rainbow Girls have to wear are floor length white formals. So
Oh, that's important.
yes, it is very important.
It's for the formal meeting.
And this is for formal meetings only.
That's gorainbow.org.
Yeah, that one's for the Supreme website, and they can actually look up lodges or assemblies all over the world.
You interrupted me.
Okay, got it. That's fantastic. Yeah, I will put both of those in the description so everybody can get there. Good stuff.
Well, the reason why we wear white formals is to represent purity.
Absolutely.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
And you can actually go. Well, I'm not sure how they does the Supreme site have the websites for all the ones in different states.
Yes.
Okay, so like if you were to go to California IORG website, whatever it may be, their grand floor officers wear a total different. It's what are they called? Hoop skirts. I mean, they're great big Southern Belle style dresses. They wear crowns. You know, each state has its own thing, and it's very interesting. But Texas has always been white formals.
No crowns.
Like you go up to Oklahoma, they can wear
any color
they want.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Texas is very strict on this dress code.
Yeah, very modest in our
Well, I've
dress
noticed
code.
with the Eastern Star, they're all sparkly.
Yeah.
Glittery, sparkly. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, brother Masons. I'm not saying. I'm just saying we might want to work on our dress codes.
Yeah, and maybe you should learn how to square your corners.
There's only one person's got square corners.
Who?
The Tyler.
Well, still.
That's it.
All righty. Well, if there's nothing else, I think it's time to sign off.
Man, this was amazing. Thank you guys, John and Madison. This was incredible. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks, y'all.
Sorry, guys, I'm in and out, but y'all did a great job. Great talking to y'all.
We'll see you the first Thursday, brothers.
Yes, sir. We'll see you there to be square. Actually, we'll see you there beyond the square.
There you go.